I don't think Kenny wants to beat Noah as badly as Noah wants to beat Kenny. And here's why.
I can't say Sha'Carri hasn't shown me anything. She's shown me where she's at, and it's not a great place, and that's a problem. And on top of that, I don't think she's going to run in the final either. Why would you run in the final knowing that you're probably not going to be getting top 7 at this point?
Now that you explain it, it's not an atrocious take. I just thought the Tate Taylor thing was a little bit gimmicky. I was trying to understand why, but no, yeah,
that's I can go into why.
No, it's okay. You know what? Take it away.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Tate Taylor's getting third.
Let me go into why Tate Taylor's going to be making the team. So
yes, Fred Kerley has run a bit slower in the regular season and popped out at USA Championships. I think he is also a playoff riser for sure. But you haven't really shown me you can beat these guys this year. And also the off-the-track distractions have been a bit much for me this year. 2 incidents in Miami, one where we seen him in cuffs, and then obviously the other story from Grand Slam. I think there's just been a lot of nonsense that he probably wouldn't have accounted for that took his energy away from the track.
Welcome back. Another episode of Track World News Podcast. Your host Colin Waitsman here with our esteemed co-host, Mr. Noah Williams. Noah, how you doing today, brother?
Hey, blessed and highly favored, brother, man. We're a week away from championship season, bro. I'm feeling good, man. Another good day in the neighborhood, man. How are you?
Doing good. Been a nice week. Excited for some championship season. Got to hang out with some of the boys this weekend. Had a nice little bachelor trip, so pretty good. Nice to send that off. We're down in Florida, unfortunately not near where Noah is. Who would have thought? Florida's a big freaking state, so you can't just be going through. But I don't know how you guys live in this heat all the time. It's like I'm like sweaty the second I leave the house to the second I come back into the house. So kudos to y'all, because this is ridiculous to be like this. So
yeah, bro, the key is to be out before like 10 a.m. and also be in a house with AC. I think those are 2 big keys. I pour like a bottle of water on my body every single day at training, so it's tough to survive that heat, man. But you're sun-kissed, bro. The skin's looking good, brother.
There we go. So there are some wins. There are some wins because you're gonna be looking nice for a little bit. So can't complain. But all right, got some exciting championship stuff going on for races with USA track and field. Let's just jump into it while we got this thing going on, because I'm sure we're going to have a lot of people having some questions on these. So what we'll be doing today, predictions for top 3 finishers in USA. So before we get started, the way to make it into USA's, you have to come top 3 or you have to have the bye. So some notable athletes that have the bye, where it doesn't matter where they place, they just have to essentially show up and show fitness from like of how to make sure that they've got it, because they won the World Championships in 2023. Noah Lyles in the 100 as well as the 200, and then you have Sha'Carri Richardson in the 100 that has already made the team, so we don't have to worry about either of them really. But and also Grant Holloway in the 110-meter hurdles, who've won it, so we don't have to worry about them. If they want to show up, then they can. But just some notable things to think about before y'all start bashing us for why the hell may this person or that person not be in there. So all right, let's get things started here with the men's 100-meter dash. No, why don't you kick us off? What do you got for this? So we'll do you, and I'll go, and then we'll explain why for that after.
Yeah, that's cool. So I'll start with first, second, third. First place I got Noah Lyles. Second place I got Kenny Bednarik. Third place I got Trayvon Bromell.
All right, okay. So I've got a little different for mine here, and I'll go into explaining why. Number 1, I've got Trayvon Bromell. Number 2, I've got Kenny Bednarik. And then number 3, high school phenom Tate Taylor coming through in third place. Let me explain why. One big name why. First, Noah. I don't think Noah's going to be finishing in the final. I think that he's going to do the first round, maybe the second round, then he's going to be done. He said that he wants to defend that 200-meter title. I don't think he's going to do the 100 because he has the bye. And so if he does run in the final, then that would change up my prediction, obviously. But I don't think he's going to run in the final. So if he does, I would pick him to come in first or second. but I don't think he's gonna run in it because he's coming off of that injury. He had a nice 100-meter race already. I think he's calculated on the fact of like there's no need to do it, so I don't have to, so I'm not going to. That's what I see for him. But why don't you go into some of why you got your people? I'm sure they'll be wondering.
Well, now that you explain it, it's not an atrocious take. I just thought the Tate Taylor thing was a little bit gimmicky. I was trying to understand why, but no, yeah,
I can go into why.
No,
okay,
no, it's
okay.
You know what? Take it away. Take it away.
Okay, yeah,
sure. Tate Taylor's getting third.
Let me go into why Tate Taylor's going to be making the team. So this is why Tate's making the team. One, he's ran a few 9.9s and 10.0s already in his season. You know, he's high school national champion and national record holder. So I know, you know, he's beating Maurice Gleaton and Brendan Williams, who's Brendan Williams isn't going to be here, but Maurice Gleaton is going to be here. And we've seen Maurice Gleaton be beating some of these big cats. And this is a new generation of track and field athletes and high school athletes where they're putting their money where their mouth is and they're going up against these pros, showing that they're really not scared of who these people are that's lining up against them. And so while historically the high schoolers aren't making teams, I think this crop of athletes are different than all of the high schoolers we've seen in the past. They're on another level when it comes to the confidence and what it is that they're going to be showing up and showing out. And I think that having that is going to be a different type of mindset and has the potential to go out there and surprise some folk. And if you're in that final, then you have a chance to get onto that team. Now he's going to have to go and take down some real steppers, because this means, as you can tell, I ain't got Fred Curley on this team right now here. So you got to take down some big dogs if you're going to be getting there, which is no easy feat, but it's I think it's a possibility. And if he PRs, if he runs a 9.9 low or a 9.8 high in that final, I think there's a chance. We haven't seen him do too many in rounds. I mean, we saw what he had to do at the high school nationals, but that's a completely different beast. But I think he's going to have a chance and might be able to surprise somebody and get onto that team.
It's a very ambitious take there, but I'm not like completely utterly mad at it. Knowing you to be as big of a Christian Miller guy as you are, I'm surprised you actually didn't take Christian Miller to make the team here, but that's fine. That's fine.
Let me get into why. So I was debating, like, do we go Christian Miller here? Do we go Tate Taylor? The reason I had a tough time with Christian Miller is we've seen right now he's having a bit of a tough time as a first-year pro, which I think isn't the most absurd thing. We've seen a lot of people have some tough times as a first-year pro. At least with when he was at the Philly Grand Slam, he had a bit of a tough race in the 100. I think he came in last with like a 10-2, I think it might have been. Can't remember the exact rate, the exact time, but he didn't look too hot. And then he hasn't been as much on the track as I'd like. And so I think that's probably some of the reason why, or I know that's the reason why I didn't have him there as much. So I love me some Christian Miller on the track, but I'm not sure if he gets into that final.
Fair enough. I didn't obviously pick any of the young guys to go as far as the 100-meter team. Like I said, Noah first. I think it goes without saying he's the Olympic champ. He just opened up 10.00. Obviously, he's the biggest in basketball. They talk about playoff risers, right? When it's crunch time, playoff time, players get better. Noah is a guy that consistently over the years outperforms his whole season at championship meets. So I went with Noah top spot. Track Spice, aka Kenny Bednarik, second place. He had an incredible start to the year in the 100 and the 200. Incredible, dominant performance in Grand Slam. But we haven't seen Kenny in a while, so I think he's still probably the clear-cut second guy. And then Trayvon, another one who had a lot of early season success. Another guy that we've seen not always put it together at the biggest meets, but I think this is a good year where it's pretty wide open for him. And I think going back to his college training, I think that really is boding well for him. So big Christian guy too, and I love Trayvon's content and how he's just constantly sharing the word. So keep that up, brother. But yeah, that's what I got. I actually kind of filled out the rest of that relay pool as to how I see it.
Okay.
For the men's 100, and I do have Coleman, Brandon Hicklin, Marcellus, Moore, and Fred Curley making that pool. So those will probably be the guys in the mix there to contend. I'm not sure if Kendall Williams had pulled out of the meet or if he's still there. But if Kendall Williams is going, I would assume he'll probably make the final as well. Maybe Kyrie King. We'll see. But it's going to be a crop of those guys that I would assume make the relay pool.
I was going to say, you don't have your favorite 100-meter runner, Kyrie King, right in there. What's going on, man?
Bro, so much
he finds a way.
Like, he does find a way. He always finds a way, so I will never count him out.
But so I think one thing we're going to probably be hearing a lot in the comments right now is neither of us have Fred Curley making the team. Why? Right. What's your reason as to why you don't have him?
Well, in the past, yes, Fred Curley has run a bit slower in the regular season and popped out at USA Championships. I think he is also a playoff riser for sure. This year, I think it's a little bit different. He is a year older. I'm not sure how many races he's won against professional competition. I know he won a 400 against some collegiate guys, and he won a couple hundreds against some collegiate guys, but you haven't really shown me you can beat these guys this year. And also the off-the-track distractions have been a bit much for me this year. You start dating, I think it was like an OnlyFans chick. DJ, I don't really know. Obviously, we all saw the incident in the two incidents in Miami. One where we seen him in cuffs, and then obviously the other story from Grand Slam. I think there's just been a lot of nonsense that he probably wouldn't have accounted for that took his energy away from the track, where he hasn't been able to be all in, all focused this year. I mean, hey, he's really good at proving people wrong, so maybe he proves me wrong, but that's in no means do I mean to like hate or like slight Fred. I just don't see it this year.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Fred's world on and off the track right now. You know, obviously was going in, you know, had the shoe deal that didn't go through the past years and or not didn't go through, but changing of, you know, from Nike to Asics to back with Nike to no longer having a sponsor to, yeah, now you have these incidents off the track that you're accounting for and everything that's going on. And he's had a few, like he's had some good races, but he hasn't raced really any high profile meets since, what was it? The Grand Slam in Kensington, sorry. Kensington, Jamaica. Sorry. He hasn't raced anywhere since Jamaica. Like otherwise, other than that, it's been essentially like non-televised meets that he's been on, and so I think it's harder to go up against some of that big time competition and be able to show that you have that fitness and that compete. Now, yeah, like you said, he's someone that proves people wrong all the time, and he also is a championship competitor and comes up and shows up when you need him to, of where he'll have a terrible year the entire year and then show up right at the final of USA's and be like, hey, you guys are idiots for not picking us, and we're going to be looking like we got egg on our face. Not sure why the hell, of course, Fred Curley is going to make this team like he does every freaking year. But I think this year's a little bit different, man. It's hard for me to do that and to get that pick. It's just I don't see it happening. Like you said with Kenny, I mean, Kenny's been having a really, really strong year, super consistent, and Trayvon, I think, is also, he's had a few big flashes in the pan. I'm a little bit more kind of, I guess, not as confident in him because he had some really good races earlier in the year, but then towards the end of this year with some of those Diamond Leagues has been beaten by a few guys. So we'll have to see where they're gonna kind of shake out there.
Yes, and nonetheless, the men's 100 is probably one of the 3 or 4 most exciting races, I think, for myself that I can't wait to watch this upcoming weekend.
Oh no, it's gonna that one's gonna be a good one. Men's 100 should be fire. Excited for that. So let's then go on over to the women's side, the women's 100. Who do you got here, Noah?
It's gonna piss some people off, man. First place, Melissa Jefferson, of course, having a hell of a season. Second place, Jacia Sears. In third place, I have TT Terry. This was tough. I had a couple women I was thinking up there at the top, but I think TT gets the job done and gets that third place slot.
We're the exact same picks. Melissa Jefferson winning first, Jacia Sears second, Twanisha Terry third. For me with TT, even the like, it's so crazy. Like, she, once I saw what she did with the Olympic trials last year of she was the definition of just like got that dog in her. With, she had, her year sucked. Okay, like her regular season sucked. She was not good. She shouldn't have made the team based on everything that I saw at the end of the year. She was not having a good season, and then showed up when it freaking mattered, like every other time, and went out there and got onto the team in that 100. And I was like, holy crap. Like, yeah, that's a playoff performer. She shows up when she needs to. And I think the big name for me that's not there with her training partner of Sha'Carri Richardson, well, I'm sure we'll get into in a second, as neither of us are picking the world champion. But I think those like TT she shows it when it matters. And yeah, that's why I had her in my third. But they want to speak on some of your picks, why you got them there?
Yeah, I think obviously Melissa would be the favorite right now. Absolutely thraxing the competition. Jacius is an interesting athlete, right? Because we've seen Jacius run super fast in college. She's gotten to a few meets as a professional where she's run fast, but I think health has been her biggest question mark to this point, right? I don't think we can even say if she's a dog or if she's not because she gets hurt so often. But the talent is there, and that's what I'm betting on is the talent to get her second. And then obviously TT with a bit of the talent, obviously a ton of experience and a lot of dog in her. TT is just an athlete that I think everybody likes. Girl from Miami, went to USC. She's been in the spotlight for a really long time, been a part of teams, whether it was U20, Pan Am teams for a very long time. And she's seasoned, man. And she's got a lot of advantages over the rest of the field when it comes to that. So it's pretty easy to pick her third.
Yeah. Melissa, she's on another world right now with just her consistency over the course of the 100 and the 200, beating everyone that you need to beat. I mean, I talked about it the other day when she was, or the other week when you were like, hold on, let's not say that she waxed Julian Alfred. So you had to reel me back in a little bit there, but like, she's on another planet right now, and I think it's going to be really hard for any American, especially, let alone any woman in the world, to beat her in over 100 meters. Jacius Sears kind of reminds me of an earlier Trayvon Bromell, of someone that is one of the most talented athletes on the track when they're on the track, but that win is not as consistent as you'd like to see. And so we've seen what Trayvon did in his younger years, having some fast times, and obviously making Olympic teams and world championships, even winning them at times. And so I think that she'll be able to put together some really, hopefully some good rounds and make it matter in that final. She's had one of the best times in the world this year, and up against some good talent as well. So I think she'll be able to come through in second. But neither of us have Sha'Carri. Do you not think she's going to make it to the final, or do you think she's going to run, just not make the team? Why do you not have her there?
It's just been a really shitty year, bro. I know there was rumors about a calf injury. I don't know if she spoke on it, but I know there was rumors about a calf injury earlier on in the season. But you need to show me something, right? Like if I were to pick Noah and Noah didn't even open up this year, that would have been a little bit crazy. But Noah showed me something, right? Kenny showed me something. Like everybody that we're picking, they've showed us something this year. Like Sha'Carri's season best is what now? You want to remind me in the chat?
Hold on, let me see. What was Sha'Carri Richardson's time? Here, let me pull it up, and I'll let you know in a second.
All right, that's cool. So Sha'Carri obviously is a cultural figure, cultural icon. This is a friend, somebody I consider a friend. Went to LSU as well, but it's like I can't be biased. I kind of have to just speak on what I've seen this year. And although I wish her the absolute best, and I would love for her to win or love her to make the team, like she's on the team, but it's just a tough call right now based on what I've seen.
Yeah, pulling it up right now. All right, so Sha'Carri Richardson, I think she's raced twice this year. So her first 100 meters that she raced was that 11:47. And then the second one was an 11:19. Now, the second one was into a 1.5 headwind at Prefontaine. She did come in dead last in that race, but not great, some would say.
Not great at all. Well,
yeah, I get you. I don't think I'd say for two reasons why I didn't have Sha'Carri in the top three. One, she hasn't shown me anything, just like you said. Or no, actually, I can't say she hasn't shown me anything. She's shown me stuff. It just isn't good. So I can't say Sha'Carri hasn't shown me anything. She's shown me where she's at, and it's not a great place, and that's a problem. And on top of that, I don't think she's going to run in the final either, because she hasn't shown us anything. And so why would you run in the final knowing that you're probably not going to be getting top 7 at this point? It's going to be really hard for someone to go from an 11.47 and running an 11.19. Just what was Prefontaine was what 2 weeks ago, right?
Hey, 3 weeks at this point.
3 weeks ago at this point. It's going to be really challenging to go from an 11.19 to you're going to have to run in the 10.8s at least, probably to be getting on this team. I don't know if that's going to be happening. And so knowing that you already have the bye, why risk that competitive edge that you have, that mental edge, even though I don't even know if you have it really, because and run something crazy slow and get beat. That would be terrible. Imagine if she doesn't make it out of like the semifinals and doesn't even make it to the finals. You know how little amount of people will fear you if you don't even make it out. Like I think from a strategic standpoint, it doesn't even make sense for her to go through and compete this, because she's not running at a very high level right now, unfortunately for her, because I think track and field is better when Sha'Carri is better. Kind of like when people are like, yeah, when the Cowboys are good, when the Yankees are good, when the Lakers are good, those sports are better. They're the big time franchise. Whether you like it or not, people care about those teams and franchise. It's better. Same thing here. Like track is better when Noah is good. Track is better when Sha'Carri is good. And so we want these people, whether you like them or not, we want these people to be good because people talk about them. And unfortunately, right now, neither of them have really shown us to be in that world championship position. But we'll see how it comes along when it comes to the that time in about a month from now, right? Or is it 2 months? Yeah, 2 months, right?
Like a month and a half, yeah.
Yeah. All right, ready? What do you got for the 200 here, man?
Men's 200. First place, Noah Lyles. Second place, Kenny Bednarek. Third place, Courtney Lindsay.
Ooh, okay. Courtney so that's his first individual team. You got him for I think that he's made some
Yeah, I think he made a 200 team. He's made the team before. I think whether it was last year or 2 years ago, but he's made the team before, I think.
Yeah, no, he's the world champion. Okay, good. All right. So I got a little different thing coming down. Kenny Bednarek win first, Noah Lyles coming in second, and then Jordan Anthony third place for me. I think this is going to be Kenny's big come out for the 200. Like this, while it means a lot to Noah to defend this title, I think, and we've seen, because he's mentioned it in interviews, he's mentioned it on that Netflix documentary, he wants to beat Noah Lyles at all costs. He doesn't want to lose to him. That is his thing. He needs to beat him. And I think that where he's at right now, he's probably in a better position. Now, he had an injury a little while ago, and at kind of a similar time frame as Noah. But I think he wants to win and wants to beat Noah right now at more than anything. Like we've seen what he wants to do, and I think that that's going to will him to get his first win at a championship over this guy. We've seen him come in second place, and Noah in third. We haven't seen him get first over him, and I think this will be that first time that he ends up actually doing it. And then with Jordan Anthony, he's training with you guys now, right? Like we've seen videos or at least pictures of him over there. Is this confirmed? We've seen videos of you guys looking through it. It's so I think he knows what it's like competing now, training with y'all and with you guys. He's got that secret sauce. He's going to get on that team in that 200 because he's seeing some of these other elite athletes, and it looks like he's no longer down in Arkansas. So that's where I'm at. That's that one photo changed it for me of saying I don't think you won't be on that team to he's with y'all. This might make things a little spicy.
Yeah, he's got a chance, man. And just to combat your Kenny Bednarek point, I don't think Kenny wants to beat Noah as badly as Noah wants to beat Kenny. And here's why. Obviously, over the years, Noah has put belt to ass to Kenny time and time again. Obviously, Kenny's gotten, when Noah had COVID, Kenny got him, and Kenny got him back in 2021. But, I'm going to look at it like this. Bro, you made a fake page to shit talk me. you're not gonna beat me, bro. I'm not gonna let you beat me straight up. You played close to me. You played like my friend in my face. Took me out to dinner, all kind of stuff. And you made a fake page to shit talk me and to express how much you really don't like me. Now I really need to shut you up. Kenny does not want this more than Noah. And to speak on the injury, although their injuries were right around like similar time frames, Kenny pulled out of Prefontaine due to injury. The following week, I think it was 5 days later, Noah competed in the 200, and that was when he ran the 1988. So Noah was already out of that injury tunnel when Kenny was just going into it. So I think as far as the training timeline goes, Noah's been dude. I just saw some crazy shit from Noah on Friday at practice, dude. It was absolutely insane. I'm not going to say too much, but he's ready. So I'm not picking anybody over Noah in that 200. And Mr. Track Spice, Kenny Bednarek, man, look, he's an incredible talent, bro. Incredible. But just doing that Twitter thing, that was just freaking weird, man. I think I gave Noah a little bit extra fuel to get him.
Okay. And can you also confirm anything with Jordan? How is he down with y'all? Or is that just one practice photo that we're seeing here, man?
I don't know exactly what Jordan's
Okay.
situation is. I know he was there. He's been out here for about a week, but I think he was just working with like the USATF people. We do a lot of like timing stuff with USATF, like block starts and stuff. So I think he was working with them. If he stays, TBD. He's a cool kid. I really like him. I've known him since he was in high school. He was my recruit. And I was giving him a hard time the whole week, like, just chopping and shooting the shit with him. But hey, he's a cool kid, obviously immensely talented. Be nice to see him on the team as well.
Before we get in a little side note, we saw some good training footage from you that you were dropping. Them starts looking a little clean, man. Them starts looking a little clean.
Hey, bro, like I told you last week, bro, we gearing up, getting ready to head over to Europe, man, get some competitions in. That was actually my first time touching blocks in 24 months. I had not done any like prior block work to that. I just hopped in the blocks and did that. So for the mechanics to be that good, I think it was objectively pretty good. Excited, bro. But this isn't about me today. We talking about the USA.
I had a quick side note. I was like, all right, first blocks. I ain't seen these in a little minute. So all right, good stuff. So why you got you say you got Courtney in third there? Why him?
Another riser. I think he's had a pretty good season. Maybe not like an incredible season. He hasn't raced too often, but he's a guy that's been there before, national champion in college. And I just really like Courtney's running style, bro. It's something about his running style. It's a bit more loose than the other guys, but it's pretty swaggy. So off the aura test, I think Courtney clears. And the 200, it's not as deep as he typically would. I don't really know the situation with Ariane.
I was gonna ask. I was gonna say neither of us have him there, but yeah, continue.
Honestly, suspecting a suspension coming for him. And as much as I hate to see it, it's just very like weird with his story. But yeah, so those are the reasons why I took Courtney.
Yeah. So do you think he'll play because he's racing there?
Yeah.
I mean, so do you think he'll place top 3 and then it's not gonna pan out? So he's not even. You don't think he's even gonna get top 3 anyway?
No.
Dang. Yeah. I mean, we haven't seen really very much of anything from Ariane. I mean, like we obviously know the talent that he has making teams as a teenager, one of the first people to start doing that. But I just haven't seen a whole lot. And so one thing that I've been thinking of right now is this is the last championship of that long cycle where we've had a championship every year since 2021, because we've had a championship in 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And we haven't had that many. And now we're starting to see at the very tail end of that, a bunch of people that are getting some injuries. And so it makes me wonder of like, hey, while I've said I really want to see a championship every single year, man, are we starting to see some of the ramifications of having championships every year where athletes are getting injured at a higher rate, or at least what appears to be a higher rate, because you're now being pushed, having your body to be pushed more than it typically has been in the past. Do you guys think that? Have y'all noticed or thought? I don't know if there's been any chatter amongst athletes about that at all.
We don't discuss it that way. I think we always look at it as more opportunity, like in a positive light. But I mean, there's definitely some validity there with some of the names that are pulled out of this meet. I saw that one. I think Track Gazette made a post just listing everybody that pulled out, like high-end athletes. Yeah, man, it could be something there. This is obviously the end of a long cycle of high intense multiple rounds running. So yeah, I'm sure that it's definitely played some sort of a part. I'd have to look at the numbers in the past to see how many people were pulling out of these meets untypical, but yeah, I mean to see Michael Norman not compete, Quincy Hall pulling out, Grant Holloway having a lot of the injuries pile up, Kenny Bednarik, like obviously there's something there, So
yeah, it's just what I noticed. Like, oh, this feels like it's more like I'm sure I can pull the numbers, and I'm sure there's also going to be some people in the comments that'll say, actually, this is the exact same amount of people that normally get injured, and blah blah blah. So we'll have some people. So appreciate y'all for just telling us how dumb we are before we even get a chance to figure that out ourselves. But go over to the women's side. What do you have for the women's 200 here?
Women's 2 was a tough call for me, but this is what I landed with: Gabby Thomas first, Melissa Jefferson second, Kenzie Long third.
All right.
Splitting hairs between Kenzie Long and Anavia Battle for that third place spot. Anavia's been having a hell of a season. It's really hard for me to pick against her, but I went with the youth there with Kenzie Long.
So we have the same top three, but I've got Melissa Jefferson Wooden coming in first here, and then Gabby Thomas, and then Mackenzie Long. Right now, I mean, Melissa's on another level. Like, I wouldn't like if before the Grand Slam races had happened, if you were to tell me that I was going to be picking Melissa to win a 200 when Gabby Thomas is in that same race, I would have looked at you saying that you're crazy. Like, there's no way. But after what I've seen, there's an opportunity there, because once you do it once, you can do it twice. It's no longer Gabby wins and we're racing for second show. Like, it's, she's actually got an opportunity to compete and an opportunity to win here. It's not just for show anymore. And Mackenzie's she had some injuries and she wasn't able to compete as well towards the tail end of last year. I mean, she still made the Olympic team, even with everything that was going on last year. And then she had some the world lead, or was it second fastest time in the 200 earlier this season. And I think she's one of the most powerful runners that we have. I think her running style and Julian Alfred's running style reminds me of very much of each other, and just how they compete and go about their business. And yeah, I was debating between Anavia Battle as well, but I think just the way that she's been rounding into form over the Ed Murphy Classic really showed me how talented she is again. So that's why I got those three.
Yeah, it was tough to pick between Gabby and Melissa. Obviously, Melissa got the best of Gabby. I think that was the Philly Grand Slam.
Yeah, correct.
And it was a dominant performance, but kind of thinking like maybe Melissa showed a bit too much of her hand too early. Obviously, this is Gabby's specialty. She was jumping around a lot this year, from the 4 to the 1 to the 2. So I don't think she was as sharp that part of the year, but it's hard to pick against the Olympic champ, man. So I went with Gabby. Nonetheless, I wouldn't be surprised if Melissa won. But that's going to be another interesting race. It's going to be a fun race to watch.
Yeah, two women at their absolute peaks right now, and it's two very different running styles of just how they go about it. So I think that'll be good. That'll be a good one. But I think Melissa will be coming out. But yeah, like you said, I didn't think of that, how she was doing the 400 and the 100 a whole lot. And this is really where she's going to be focusing. I think she's still running Gabby's still running the Open 100 here, but we'll see. Did you have something?
Yeah, is Sha'Carri entered in the 200?
I hope not, but I think she is.
I hope not. It's crazy.
I mean, like, what's she gonna do? Like,
yeah.
Legitimately, what would she be running right now? Like, it's not a good position for her. She's not running very well. If you're running 11 4s and 11 1s in the 100, what possibly could you be running in the 200?
21 5, bro.
yeah, I'm sure. And so I don't see anything in the 200. Like, you're on the team in the 100. You're on the team in the 100. Take that. You're good. Don't stress these things. You already have some injuries. Don't make it worse by doing something that is already your secondary race and you're not in your right form. Like, I think you got to call it like it is, and just don't do something dumb. You're on the team. You're not going to make the team in the 200. Don't try it. That's where I'm at. So, but she is loaded on it for some reason.
All right. I'm ready to move to the men's 400.
Yeah. All right, the men's 400. No, bread and butter. What do you got here? Who's making this? Team?
This was a tough call, man. This has been an interesting year over 400. Obviously, no Quincy Hall and Mo Michael Norman. So I got Chris Bailey, U.S. champ in the 4. Second place, Bryce Edmond. Third place, Vernon Norwood.
Wow. All right. So we have a completely different team. So I need to hear about this. Number 1, I have Ja'Cory Patterson.
Okay.
Number 2, I've got the high school phenom Quincy Wilson. And then number 3, this is my dark horse, but I'm going with the guy who he's just coming back, Mr. Randolph Ross, in third place for me. So I think completely different people of who's going to be making it. But so for me, Ja'Cory, I mean, he's had a lot of his best races so far have been at the tail end of this regular season. And I think a lot of who's going to be making this team is, do you get hot at the right time? And we've seen him have some electric meets towards this tail end of the season. I think he just got sponsored by Nike, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, a few months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago. So like he's got a lot on the line right now of like, I just got this big contract. I've been talking about how I've been wanting to get this, and now you're on this team. I think he makes, or going for this team, I think he makes the most of it, especially with the door being open with no Quincy Hall, no Michael Norman. Like there's an area for him to go through and get that. Quincy Wilson, I mean, like this kid just steps up one time after another of going up against pros and beating them at the Ed Murphy Classic, and so I think it's shown that he's no longer a high school athlete. It was the fun pick last time. Like now it's no, you're no longer the underdog. Like you're one of the top guys. You has one of the best times in the US, one of the best times in the world at 44:10. And Randolph Ross, like, I mean, we saw what he did back in, what was it, 2023, 2022, at NCAAs and, trying to put up, national records and everything like that. And he's had one race to get some fitness and showed, and let's see what he does now. Like, so his legs are going to be the freshest of anyone because he's only had one competition. And I think he's like the dark horse pick. Like I was thinking, do we go with Bryce Edmond, who's had some world leading times earlier on in the season, but the 400 I feel like is pretty wide open. There has not been many dominant performers this year that it's going to be a pretty big surprise. So I'm not surprised that the 400 is the one that we don't have anyone really the same here.
Yeah. So with Chris has been the most dominant out of this field. He's beaten Bryce head to head. He's beaten Vernon head to head. He's beaten Ja'Cory multiple times head to head. So with him, he was like my most comfortable pick. And the way he runs the 4, I think it's like the safest pick. Okay. I have Ja'Cory, Elijah Godwin, and Quincy Wilson as far as like making the relay. I don't think any of them run to win. If you look at, there's a lot of ways to run a 400, but none of that, maybe Elijah, but none of them really run to win the race. I picked Vernon because he just ran a 44.3. Although Quincy has run faster than that this year, I think Vernon just understanding positioning in rounds. Okay, I need to get a big Q so I can get a better lane. Like just little things like that, I think gives Vernon an edge. And same with Bryce. Bryce is probably him and Chris. I think Ja'Cory has a great finish, but him and Chris are probably the 2 best finishers in this field. And they're always going to pick some guys off on that last 100. So, I'm not mad at your picks at all. I just took Chris, Bryce, and Vernon. I see those guys getting it done.
Wait, so you're telling me that Quincy Wilson doesn't run a 400 to win? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, he does. It's so the word I'll use for Quincy is very much like erratic. Okay. And that can work in your favor a lot of times. Like we've all heard the term ignorance is bliss, right? Like what you don't know, it's kind of it's a blissful feeling. What you don't know maybe might not hurt you. And he runs so much so like a chicken with his head cut off that it actually works in his benefit because of his immense talent. I guess I'm sleeping on the kid maybe for not picking him. I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take for not picking the 17-year-old over these guys. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if he makes his team.
All right, the kid that only wins. He doesn't run to win 400s. You heard it here first. No Williams. That's crazy. Of course the kid runs to win.
Man. So does Andrew Salvadon. How about that?
All right. Yeah, maybe that's the pick. We got to have there too. Andrew Salvadon. All right. What about for the women's 400? What do you got? What do you got there?
Yeah, going to be another compelling race. But I took Aaliyah Butler in first, Isabella Whitaker in second, and Sydney McLaughlin in third.
Ooh. All right. So we got a little variance here as well. So I've got Sydney McLaughlin Lavroni coming in first place. She's winning this bad boy. Alexis Holmes in second, and then Talitha Diggs in third. You clearly don't like those picks. What you got the biggest problem with?
All of it. All of it. Where is Aaliyah Butler finishing, bro?
So she is the best, the biggest pick, I guess the biggest favorite going into this year. She's obviously had the best year, and I think that it's going to be neck and neck at that. Probably going to be like she has her strongest part of her race is her tail end of the race, obviously, and she should be making this team. She should win, like obviously, but I just don't think it's going to happen this outdoor season. Like I don't think she's making the team, even though everything shows that you should. Sometimes what you believe should happen doesn't always happen. For some reason, I don't have that in I don't have that in my gut or my thought of like she's going to end up making this. She comes in probably fourth for sure, and she's definitely going to be on that relay. But I think that there's just going to be just a little different. Even though Talitha, it's probably someone that I picked on the team a lot. Do I probably have the what's it called? Just the thoughts back from 2022 when she got a win of like, hey, are we going to be able to bring back that thunder from when she was in college and she won the USAs? Is it probably a little bit of that? Yes. Alexis Holmes, I mean, I think she had a really strong indoor season. In Sydney, it's hard for me to go up against anyone where I think she's going to break the American record in the 400. So I think it was hard narratives for me to beat. I think she's going to take that record down, and if you're going to break that national record, obviously you're probably going to have to win. You're probably going to be winning the championship to do that.
Okay. All right. So, do you know where Talitha Diggs is ranked in the United States in the 400 this year?
Where is she?
No, just take a guess.
In the United States?
Yeah, just in this country. Where is she ranked?
I'm pretty sure she's in that top 10. Is she not?
No.
Let's hear it. Let's break out the stats, man.
Talitha Diggs is the 26th fastest American 400 meter runner this season.
All right, so I'm making a switch.
Oh my goodness, brother.
I now have Sydney winning, Alexis, and then Aaliyah Butler. That was I made a bad choice. Okay, maybe I think we're allowed to have that one. You did one of these last year of one of the amendments, so I think I'm free to change my thing. I was wrong with that pick. Maybe.
Okay,
who knows?
maybe.
So
with that though, Aaliyah Butler, season best time of a 49.09. Isabella Whitaker, season best 49.24. Sydney McLaughlin, season best 49.43. Now, I can see Sydney being the biggest riser out of all of them. I think she still has the most untapped potential. But the style of Isabella Whitaker's running is so fucking he's such a hard ass. Like, she's just a dog. So I wouldn't pick her to get past third. Now, if there was somebody that I could predict hopping into that top three and potentially knocking one of those girls out, it actually wouldn't be Alexis Holmes. It wouldn't be Rosie Effiong. It would be Britton Wilson. I'm not sure if she's entered in the four hurdles. I don't know if you have that there. But Britton Wilson is coming off that big injury that she had. I think it was an Achilles or foot. And she's showing some promising. She beat Talitha head-to-head. I think it was at the Ed Murphy.
Ed Murphy, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pulling it up right now. She normally is the 400 hurdler, but she didn't do any 400 hurdles this time. And Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Leah, Sydney, Isabella, Alexis Holmes, Irby.
And Lena's having a hell of a season as well.
Yeah,
So
Britton
I
Wilson in
wouldn't
the
count her.
open four. Yeah, she's
Okay.
in the open four. Yeah.
So if I had to pick a couple people that might slip into that third place, I think I would pick Lena, Irby Jackson, and Britton Wilson for sure.
Okay. All right. I like that pick. I mean, I like that Britton's back. I think she's got a. I like her running style and
Oh yeah.
strong she is. I think she's going to be. I would just want to see a little bit more races coming back from like, and that's a hard injury to come back from. Like that's really difficult. And so I'd like to see how she ends up doing in a few more races. Like I 100% agree. I think she's one of the top talents there. It's just going to be it's hard when you're coming back from one of those types of injuries. But okay,
Yeah.
not bad.
Oh yeah, she's a sweetheart too, bro. Like, how do you not love Britton Wilson? You know, like how can you not root for Britton Wilson, bro? She's a sweetheart. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
no,
man.
she's great. She's great. All right, let's get into the 110-meter hurdles. What do you have going on here, Noah?
This was really tough for me, bro. I'll let you take this one.
Take it first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take this one.
So I've got Cordell Tinch winning it. I
Okay.
then have Trey Cunningham coming in second. Then I got Dylan Beard, Mr. Walmart, coming in third place.
Okay. Not mad at those picks at all. Dylan's putting together quite a meet. So is Grant confirmed running in this meet?
So Grant is entered in the meet, but I don't see like similar. The reason I don't have him is because I don't see him running in the final.
Right.
Like he's been running like Grant's been running terribly this year.
For him, yeah.
For him, like that's what. Yeah, Grant has been running terribly for Grant Holloway. This isn't the Grant Holloway that we know. He's getting beaten by guys that he should not be getting beaten by, and he's not looking to be in his top form. Do I think that he'll be ready in September? Yes, he'll be ready in the championship, I'm sure there. But right now, there's nothing that indicates that he's running well. And he's someone where we've seen him pull out of championships when he has the bye before. He's done it before. Like it's not, this would not be something new. And he, I think, is extraordinarily in tune with his body and knows when it's time to shut things off. And so I don't think that he's going to run that final because, hey, I've got the bye. There's no reason for me to push it. So yeah, I just don't think that he's going to end up running the final.
For sure. Respect. No disrespect to Grant, but I didn't take him in my top three. I more so just didn't think he was going to be running it. But I have Trey Cunningham winning, Cordell Tinch in second, and my dog Eric Edwards getting third. Man, that's what I got in the top three.
Okay. So Eric gonna put it together, huh?
Eric's gonna put it together, man. He's sacrificed a lot for this. He's had a long season, been all over the world, seen all the faces to see. Eric Edwards is making this team.
Okay, I like it. I think that would be big for him. That would be his first team, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think that would be a good one. It's really close. I mean, and he's someone where, I mean, we saw him. He's been right outside of that that upper echelon or that upper position soon. I mean, we saw at the NCAA championship just barely losing out to Trey Cunningham there, and then Trey ends up winning the Bowerman. So it's like there's a great argument to be had where if Eric Edwards had won that national championship, could have he been the Bowerman winner because he was having a fantastic season that year as well. So I think like he's been just outside that, probably has a bit of a chip on his shoulder. I'm guessing he's running unattached based on what he's doing. So it's like he's got a little bit of that grit, and this race means a lot to him. So I think for him, I think another person that's got a lot of grit that's probably doing it, Daniel Roberts right now, because I know he's unattached and he's after being dropped by Nike and coming in second at the Olympics. Like there's a lot of reason why you would want to be, one of the top performers here on top of things. So I think there's a lot of athletes that have compelling, interesting stories coming through here. So this should be a close and competitive race.
Absolutely, bro. It always is. It's always a lot going on, and the smallest mistake could really fuck you over. But I'm looking for Daniel Roberts as well up there.
That should be good. All right, get into the 100-meter hurdles here. Noah's favorite race. of all time. So I've got Grace Stark coming in first with the win. I have Masai Russell in second, and then I've got Lele Johnson coming up in third place here for the 100 hurdles. So what do you got here?
Okay, this final is going to be absolutely stacked. But first place I got Masai. Second place I have Grace Stark. In third place, I actually took Aaliyah Armstrong. Aaliyah's put together some really good races recently, beating Masai head to head. I think she's back. I'm not sure what she was dealing with. I mean, maybe training group change or something, but looks like she's back to her ways. So I'm rocking with Aaliyah in third.
Were you guys on the same team there as well?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, couldn't remember if you guys had some overlap there. Yeah, I mean, I'm liking a lot of Grace Stark. I mean, she's right now my favorite for comeback athlete of the year. I mean, after all of those injuries that she had gone through, where she tore almost everything in her knee, like that, last year or a year and a half ago, whatever it might have been. And to be performing at this high of a level is incredible and very impressive. I know Masai had gone through with a few injuries back and forth this year, but she's also a championship performer and always shows up when it matters the most. And I mean, Lele hasn't been exactly where we normally would see her to be, but I think that third place is a lot more of it's a lot more up for grabs. I don't think it's as clear cut as the top two. I think it's clear Grace and Masai. Whoever you want to go with, like I wouldn't be mad with whoever wins. I think that third place, it's there's probably 3 or 4 people. You could say, Tania Marshall, you could say Leah Armstrong. There's a couple people that you could have there. So not completely mad with that pick at all.
Absolutely, bro.
All right, getting into the final event of the evening, 400-meter hurdles. So I might want to just start at second place. So Rai Benjamin winning. Okay, no, gonna start at second place. I've got Trevor Bassett in second, and then Caleb Dean coming in third place here. What do you have?
Not mad at it, bro. First place I got Rai Benjamin. Second place I have Caleb Dean. Third place, I have Chris Robinson. Now, did Rai win Worlds in 23?
I know they were like back and forth of which year that he won. Was that the first year that he beat him? I think so. I think he won that year. Let me pull it up. Would that change your pick depending on if you won it or not?
Well, wouldn't that just give an extra spot for another guy?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we would have but that doesn't mean that Rai doesn't come top 3 though.
So I still think Rai's going to win regardless. Like he's going to run every round, and I think he's going to win.
Okay. Yeah. Let me pull it up again on if you won in 2023. So who'd you have in fourth place then?
Then at that point, I think fourth place would come down to either Trevor Bassett or CJ Allen at that point. But okay. Chris Robinson, man, he especially early on in the season. You see, he made ESPN, bro.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, he got a deal. He got like I think it was
hopefully a Skims deal.
Yeah, I think it was like Calvin Klein or something like that. After that, that is unfortunate. So that was tough. That was a tough look. So you gotta just make sure you're watching out with wearing those the short shorts. I guess when you're doing a 400-meter hurdles, that might not be necessarily.
It doesn't sound like a good idea,
No. Oh, he came in third place. So no buy.
Oh. Okay, no buy. Yeah. All right, so then we got Rai, Caleb, and Chris on my side.
Okay, Rai, Caleb, Chris. Good. Yeah, I think I got Trevor. He hasn't missed the team since he missed that team in 21. He said, I'm never missing a team ever again. And then he stuck to his word thus far. I'm not about to go against him right now. I think he's just one of the grittiest 400 hurdlers that I've seen. I mean, from what I've heard, I'm hearing a lot. You're telling me a lot of great things about Caleb Dean, and I want to see him. I want to believe him. Birds fan, had him on the show before. I need to see it though. I've been hearing a lot of great things, but time for me to see some great things. So I can definitely see him coming in second place here, based on some of the performances that we've gone through. I'm not picking him there right now, but I could see it happen. I could see him coming in second. And Chris Robinson, he's also someone that's in there where he can be giving a run for their money. I think any of those guys, those 3 guys could come in second, third, or fourth. I think you could really push anyone there, but they're all immensely talented right now.
Now, I spoke about this in the 400 about guys not really running to win races, just kind of maybe it's more so running a particular strategy to run a fast time, but not necessarily to win a race. Although Caleb makes a lot of mistakes, we've seen hitting hurdles and whatnot. Every single time he lines up, he runs to win. He absolutely attacks these hurdles every time. If you guys aren't familiar with Caleb Dean's racing, like really pay attention to him this week in the 400 hurdles. He might win, bro.
You're saying Caleb Dean might win the 400 hurdles against Rai Benjamin. That's what you're trying to tell me?
There is a chance. Obviously, Rai is a significant favorite with tons of experience, incredible athletic profile, incredible talent and skill level. There is a chance that Caleb Dean beats Rai Benjamin. There's a chance.
What would he have to, like? What's the situation? So, like, is it everything's got to go right for him, and some stuff's got to go wrong for Rai?
Everything has to go right for Caleb. If everything goes right for Caleb, he has a legitimate chance to win. It's just he gets fucking sloppy on that last 100, bro. But I think, the early season bruises had conditioned him for this. As long as he stays mentally strong, which I believe he will, he'll make the team for sure. But to win, that's another beast. Obviously, he might be a few years away from that, but just throwing his hat in there for him.
Okay.
How about that?
All right, let's see if Caleb Dean beats Rai. That would be crazy. I don't think Rai's going to lose to any until he's on the tail end of his career. I don't see him losing to anyone that's name isn't Allison Dos Santos or Karsten Warholm. But hey, I guess I've been wrong before, and I'm going to be wrong again at some point. Going over to the last event here, women's 400-meter hurdles. I've got Anna Cockrell with the win, Shamir Little coming in second, and then on her retirement tour, Dalia Muhammad coming through and making her final team of her career in third place here.
Hey, bro, I like it, man. I'm not mad at you at all. First place, I got Dalia Muhammad, like you said, capping off the career, winning. Second place, I got Anna Cockrell. In third place, I got Jasmine Jones.
Okay. I like that Jasmine Jones pick. That was my hardest one to take off or not. I think she's had a really good season thus far. I mean, her and Anna Cockrell really going head to head. At Grand Slam a lot. Like there's a lot of great competitive juice there, and it's I think it'll be some close picks. That was the hardest person for me to keep off. I think I mean, Dalia Muhammad winning is kind of that's what I want to hear a little more of that, because I don't think there's a shot in hell she wins this thing, but I think that she's definitely going to make the team. Why do you think she's going to be going up on top?
So she went to Ed Murphy. I believe she won Ed Murphy in a race with Jasmine and Anna. If I'm not, I could be mistaken, but I think they were both in that race.
Yeah.
When she won, obviously she's like an older athlete, but I'll say experienced there. And now she knows that top dog, the person who took her world record, isn't in the field. I think she gives that extra boost. I think this might be the last year that we see Dalia Muhammad. So for her to go out with an absolute bang and leave it all on the track is something that I would expect. She's a champion. She's been an incredible athlete. I remember being 18 years old watching her compete. So, yeah, man, I guess this is like the young Noah here, just throwing all my eggs in the Dalia Muhammad basket.
She's a New Yorker too, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think she's from the city. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see her go out on a team. It would be tough to. That's like one thing that's tough with track and field. It's not like basketball where you go on a retirement tour and it's hey, you can finish the season like Kobe Bryant, just shooting every shot and dropping 60 in your last game. There's a legit chance you're like, hey, this is my last season, and then you just don't make the team, and it's like wow, that was a bummer. Unless you have the bye, and you're like, hey, I got the bye, this is my retirement. So I hope she goes out on top and making that final team. I bet you if she doesn't, I bet you they find a way to get her on at least that mixed 4x4 relay to at least have her go through there. So if she's anywhere in that top 4 in the 400 hurdles, I bet you they get her on that team, because they're like, we want to send her out with her head held high. But I don't know. We'll see if anyone if she ends up getting it. So Not bad, man. Any other events that, those are our main ones. Any other things for people to keep their eye on that you're looking forward to here, man?
Yeah, man, you know me. I'm always rock with my dogs. I always love watching my dogs compete, encouraging them. So none other than Javon Harrison in the high jump. New coaching this year. So we've seen a lot like a different just approach with Javon. If you guys been studying him closely, if you guys are some jump fans, but I think he takes the win. Probably Shelby McEwen, Vernon Turner will make that team as well. But I think Javon is looking to do something special this year. I've had a lot of conversations with him as far as how he's feeling mentally, physically, and I think that's going to be an athlete to definitely keep an eye on at this championships.
Fellow streamer too. Have y'all collaborated? Done anything together?
Dude, I literally called him yesterday because we both made affiliate, right? We both recently made affiliate. And I was like, dude, like we can do collab streams. I got the PC now, whatever, da da da. And like he just completely disregarded the idea of collabing on a screen. So I was like, all right, well.
Damn. Well, hey, I would like to see it. That'd be good.
Wouldn't it be dope, bro? Like I feel like it would be a good. So I'm gonna get in this. I'm gonna call him after the stream is over immediately and try to get on his ass about it.
I think it would be good too. I'd like to see you guys get those LSU cats, all y'all together, at least on like a pod. Like, yo, I'd love to hear from you, Eric Edwards, Javon Harrison, Terrence Laird, Sean Burrell, maybe. Just get that. We got to get y'all together. Let me just sit back and hear what it's like of tales of the Tigers, and see what y'all got, because I'm sure there's some great stories in there and some behind the scenes of that NCAA championship. It looks like the wheels are turning a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe you can pull that off.
Yeah, you might have just cooked, bro. I think we'll make something shake for sure because we got a lot of stories, bro. We can tell you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure it's got to be some good stuff. My last event that I would say take a look at, the women's long jump. I'm really liking how there's been a lot of excitement right now. I mean, Tara is obviously, her name's blown up with this Athlos jumping in in Times Square thing. So I think that's going to be an exciting competition, seeing how she does. Claire Bryant has really been coming into form. I thought that she was going to be really a non-competitor in the US, like on the pro level. I thought, she obviously had some good performances at Florida, but I didn't think she was going to be really at a super high level. And to see where she's at right now, of like, she's been one of the better long jumpers in the country right now, of very, very impressive. So I'm excited for that, and seeing where she's going to end up being. And there's a couple other people that are going through with some great stuff as well. Alexis Brown has some good marks, and so I think a women's long jump should be a fun one to go through and see for me. Obviously, I'm a big pole vault guy, but men's pole vault not as exciting this year, unless it's on the world stage, unfortunately. But that's what.
Do you hold on now before we let the people go? You have a top 3 for the pole vault, bro?
For the men's pole vault?
Yeah.
Man, it's not as exciting as it should be this year, but yes. So it's there. So my guy Casey Lightfoot, I don't think he's competing. I mean, let me go through and just he's had some injuries. I think he injured like his Achilles not too long ago. Let me just pull it back up, because I know he's been going through some injuries. Is he actually going to be in here? No, Casey Lightfoot is competing. Okay, good. But I'm going to have Chris Nielsen ended up getting the win. I think American record holder right now, or was it Casey Lightfoot? I know they went back and forth with Sam Kendricks. So, but I'll have to see there. Then I'm going to be going with Sam Kendricks. He just always makes the teams. Mr. Consistency, Mr. America, really. Dude's just like, Army. He's currently like in the military, and he still competes at a super high level, which is crazy. And then my dark horse, the bald eagle, Mr. Austin Miller. I got him coming through and getting third place. I think he got 4th last year, or was it, maybe it was the World Championships the year before? I can't remember, but he had just like a breakout. One of the older athletes that has had a late bloom. Like, he really was not extraordinarily talented until very recently. But I got to know him a long time ago during an internship back in 2017, 2018. One of the nicest guys I've ever met, super down to earth. And so I've been really excited to see that he's been coming into form over the last few years. So I think he's finally going to make a team. He's never made a Team USA, even though I think he's like 31, 32, hasn't made it. He's still competing at a high level, unsponsored, just doing it for the love of the game. And I think that he's going to end up getting a third place finish there.
Okay. Hey, I actually spoke to Matt Ludwig last night.
Oh, yeah?
And I picked his brain a little bit. Yeah. If you don't know, we were teammates
Oh, yeah.
together. So got a good relationship with Matt. But I'm hoping my guy make the team, man. He sent me his European schedule, so I should be seeing him out there in Europe. But I'm hoping he makes this team. That'll be huge for him.
Yeah, no, I love Matt Ludwig. I got to compete against him in college back at Akron, and seeing him compete, just like that was the first, no, actually the second guy, because I saw, why am I drawing a blank? Sean Barber. When I was a freshman in college, I got to see him competing in person. That was insane. The best vaulter I'd ever seen in person. Not at like where I'm watching, but like when I'm competing, and then, Matt Ludwig, just Akron has had crazy pole vaulters, coming through your program. Like that's easily one of the pole vault U probably. It's just crazy. I was just bringing him out year after year after year. So, I'd hope for he makes the team. I know he made the team at the Olympics because of the COVID that Stan Kendricks had, but I'd like to see him there too. I'm a Matt Ludwig fan myself.
Absolutely, bro. Hey, real quick before we get off, Sean Barber, rest his soul. I kind of credit Sean Barber to like changing the landscape of pole vault. Like he kind of was like the first guy to really like, whoa, he jumped what? I think Sean Barber is like an unsung hero in the world of pole vault.
Oh yeah, no, Sean Barber. It was I was real devastated. Like when he news of him passing, like that was really tough. Even though he hadn't been competing in a while, and he was not on social media. He might have had like one Instagram post over the last like 15 years. Like he didn't post, but he was someone where every time you saw him at a competition, you're excited because he had one of the most beautiful forms of anyone. And just like, like you said, I think he changed the landscape of the pole vault. And if you're ever looking just to see some really good pole vault highlights, look up Sean Barber pole vault highlights. You'll see some good stuff. So, RIP, but he was a legend in the game for sure. Definitely a good vaulter there.
He was never my teammate because I think he graduated maybe 2 years before I got there, but he would be around a lot around campus, just driving his like red convertible. Always just a really sweetheart, nice guy. I had a pretty good relationship with him, but like I said, rest his soul, man. We haven't spoken about Sean Barber, I don't think, ever on the pod, but legend for sure.
Legend in the game. A lot of good stuff from him. So. All right, that's our prediction shows. Let us know in the comments what we got right, what we got wrong. I know you're going to let us know that anyway, but like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Have a good one. Peace.